Hello, devoted fans and drama enthusiasts. Welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest channel, your ultimate source for all things soap opera, where we dive deep into the heart-pounding twists, the tear-jerking romances, and the villainous schemes that keep us glued to our screens day after day. Today, we're bursting with excitement to bring you an exclusive, in-depth feature on one of the most iconic returns in daytime television history. That's right, actor Richard Wharton, the masterful portrayer of the enigmatic and wildly unpredictable Doctor. Wilhelm Rolf has made a sensational comeback to Days of Our Lives after a 4-year hiatus. And oh, what a return it is! Not only is he slipping back into the lab coat of this mad scientist extraordinaire, but he's plunging headfirst into a riveting new storyline, intertwined with the ever-scheming E.J. Demera. Buckle up, because this isn't just a simple reprise, it's a dramatic resurrection that promises to shake the foundations of Salem like never before. For those who might need a refresher, the True Days fans never forget Dr. Rolf is no ordinary character. He's the quintessential mad genius, a figure whose experiments defy the laws of nature and morality alike. From resurrecting the dead to brainwashing innocents, Rolf has been the puppet master behind some of the show's most jaw-dropping plot lines. Since his debut decades ago, originally brought to life by the legendary William Ute, who infused the role with a deliciously over-the-top flair for over 20 years, and more than 800 episodes. The character has become a staple of Days of Our Lives' enduring legacy. Ute's Rolf was a whirlwind of eccentricity, a scientist so obsessed with his work that he blurred the lines between brilliance and insanity. When Richard Wharton took over the mantle 4 years ago, he inherited a legacy heavy with expectations, but he rose to the challenge, adding his own layers of intensity and charisma that made Rolf feel fresh yet familiar. Now, after a mysterious absence that left fans speculating wildly, was Rolf off in some secret lab concocting forbidden elixirs? Or perhaps entangled in a web of international intrigue? Wharton is back, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. The soap world has been abuzz with rumors, and our channel has been flooded with messages from viewers desperate for details. Is Dr. Rolf really returning? What does this mean for EJ's empire? One fan tweeted frantically. Another emailed us, please tell us everything, we need the drama. Well, dear readers, your wait is over. In this expansive article, we'll not only announce the return but delve into an exclusive interview with Wharton himself, explore the character's rich history, dissect the new plot involving the groundbreaking drug Versavix, and speculate on the seismic shocks this could send through Salem. Prepare for a rollercoaster ride of revelations, as we expand on every tantalizing detail to bring you a story that's as dramatic and detailed as the show itself. Let's start at the beginning, the announcement that sent shockwaves through the fandom. It was a crisp autumn morning when the official Days of Our Lives social media channels dropped the bombshell. A teaser trailer flickered to life, showing shadowy lab equipment bubbling with ominous liquids, accompanied by the unmistakable cackle of Dr. Rolf. The mastermind returns, the caption read, and Salem will never be the same. Fans erupted in a frenzy of excitement, with hashtags like Rolf Returns and Daysdrama exploding across platforms. Richard Wharton's name trended worldwide, a testament to the enduring appeal of both the actor and the character. But why now? What lured Wharton back to the fold after 4 years away? As it turns out, the pull of Rolf's chaotic world was too strong to resist, especially with the promise of E.J. Demera's interesting plot, a phrase that's become code for high-stakes intrigue in Salem. E.J. Demera, played with devilish charm by Dan Furiegel, has always been a force of nature on Days. The son of the infamous Stefano Demera, E.J. embodies the family's legacy of power, manipulation, and unbridled ambition. In recent seasons, he's clawed his way back to prominence, rebuilding the Demera empire from the ashes of betrayal and loss. Now, he's embarking on a bold new venture, the construction of a state-of-the-art clinic in Salem, a facade of benevolence masking darker intentions. And who better to spearhead the scientific endeavors than Dr. Rolf, the man who once brought Stefano back from the brink of death multiple times? This alliance is pure dynamite. To masterminds uniting could spell doom for their enemies, and endless drama for us viewers. In our exclusive sit-down with Richard Wharton, conducted in a cozy studio overlooking the bustling streets of Los Angeles, the actor opened up like never before. Dressed in a sharp blazer that echoed Rolf's sophisticated yet sinister style, Wharton exuded the same intensity that makes his character so captivating. Returning to Days of Our Lives feels like coming home to a storm, he began, his voice laced with dramatic flair. Dr. Rolf isn't just a role, he's a tempest of emotions and intellect. After 4 years away, stepping back into his world was both exhilarating and daunting. The fans' passion kept calling me back, their letters, their posts, their unwavering loyalty. And when the writers pitched this new arc with EJ, I knew it was time to resurrect the mad scientist. Wharton delved deep into the challenges of embodying such a storied character. It was interesting because the character has a lot of history, and some of it I discovered as I went along, he shared, his eyes lighting up with genuine enthusiasm. Dr. Rolf's backstory is a labyrinth of secrets from his early days as a rogue scientist, experimenting on the fringes of ethics to his entanglements with the Demera family. I had to peel back layers upon layers. And let me tell you, the late Drake Hodgeston, rest in peace, dear friend, was like an encyclopedia of days. When I first met him on set, he pulled me aside and regaled me with tales that spanned decades. Richard, he said, his voice booming with that signature John Black gravitas. Rolf's assistant days were wild. He was the one who helped me through some of my darkest hours as Roman, or was it John? The lines blur in Salem. Drake told me everything, the betrayals, the resurrections, the mad experiments that defied logic. It was like receiving a masterclass in soap opera lore from the master himself. Hodgeston's passing in 2024 left a void in the Day's family, and Wharton's tribute was heartfelt and poignant. Drake was more than a co-star, he was a mentor, a friend, a beacon of knowledge. His insights into Rolf's psyche, how he viewed science as his religion, his passion bordering on fanaticism shaped my performance profoundly. Without him, I might have stumbled in the dark. But thanks to Drake, I could channel that history into every scene. What makes Dr. Rolf so enduringly fascinating? Wharton painted a vivid picture. The best thing about Dr. Rolf is that he's very passionate about science. It's his lifeblood, his obsession. He's not just a villain, he's a visionary trapped in a world that doesn't understand his genius. He's a very open character, wearing his emotions on his sleeve, but that openness hides depths of cunning. Sometimes he can be a little bit exaggerated, think wild gestures, manic laughter that echoes through the lab. He can be excitable, jumping from idea to idea like a bolt of lightning, and he can be very intense, staring down his adversaries with a gaze that could freeze blood. I think he has the potential to be a great character, one that evolves, surprises, and keeps the audience guessing. In my hands, Rolf isn't just mad, he's tragically brilliant. A man whose inventions could save the world or destroy it. To prepare for the role, especially as the new actor stepping into Yute's formidable shoes, Wharton went to extraordinary lengths. I dug through some old footage, he admitted with a conspiratorial grin. It was like embarking on a treasure hunt through the annals of television history. Finding clips of William Yute's Rolf was no easy feat. There's no comprehensive catalog, no streaming service that houses every episode. I scoured fan forums, old VHS tapes digitized by die-hard enthusiasts, and even reached out to the show's archivists. One found a few precious clips, Rolf scheming in the Demera mansion, Rolf resurrecting Stefano with the iconic serum, Rolf clashing with heroes like Marlena and John. I was really amazed. William did over 100 episodes over the course of 20 years. That's a lifetime of drama. His portrayal was so nuanced, blending humor with horror. I didn't copy him outright. Instead, I imitated the essence, the accent, the eccentricity, the unyielding devotion to science. It was my way of honoring the legacy while making Rolf my own. The conversation took a lighter turn. When we asked if Wharton could envision himself playing another character on Days, he chuckled, leaning back with a mischievous twinkle in his eye. I mean, if I was in a different body and younger? Who knows what Salem's magic could conjure? Then, growing serious, he confessed Leo Stark. Because he's a very interesting character, sly, witty, always one step ahead in the game of love and deception. Leo's got that flamboyant energy, that sharp tongue that cuts through the tension. Playing him would be a delicious contrast to Rolf's lab-bound intensity. Imagine the crossovers, Rolf teaming up with Leo for some outrageous scheme. The sparks would fly. But enough about hypotheticals, let's dive into the meat of this return, the explosive new plotline. Dr. Rolf isn't just back for cameos. He's at the center of a groundbreaking and potentially catastrophic development. Under EJ's directive, Rolf is conducting cutting-edge research on Versavix, a revolutionary new drug designed to regenerate brain tissue. Picture this, in the gleaming halls of EJ's newly constructed clinic, a modern marvel of glass and steel rising defiantly in the heart of Salem. Rolf toils away in his secret laboratory. Beakers bubble with ethereal glows. Monitors beep with data streams that could rewrite medical history. And the air hums with the promise of miracles. Or nightmares. Versavix isn't your run-of-the-mill pharmaceutical. Drawing from Rolf's infamous serums of the past, those elixirs that brought the dead back to life, or altered minds irrevocably, this drug targets damaged neural pathways, promising to heal everything from amnesia to degenerative diseases. But in true Days fashion, nothing is as it seems. Is EJ's clinic a genuine philanthropic effort or a Trojan horse for Demera domination? Whispers among the cast suggest that Versavix could be weaponized. Imagine brainwashing on a mass scale, or forcing loyalty through chemical means. Rolf, with his unquenchable thirst for innovation, is the perfect architect for such ambiguity. This storyline is a powder keg, Wharton teased. Rolf's passion for science collides with EJ's ambition, creating alliances that could fracture at any moment. Expect betrayals, revelations, and moments where the line between hero and villain blurs into oblivion. To understand the full drama, we must revisit Rolf's storied past. Introduced in the late 1990s, Dr. Wilhelm Rolf burst onto the scene as Stefano Dimera's loyal mad scientist, engineering plots that resurrected villains and manipulated fates. Who can forget the Meliswan arc, where Rolf's technology created a twisted mirror world? Or the infamous microchip implants that turned beloved characters into puppets? EJ's era defined Rolf as a comic relief villain with deadly serious undertones. His thick German accent, wild hair, and exclamations of "Mein Gott" became fan favorites. When Wharton assumed the role in 2021, he brought a more brooding intensity, making Rolf's experiments feel personal, driven by a backstory of loss and exile. Fans have theorized endlessly about Rolf's motivations. Is he truly evil or a misunderstood genius? One popular fan theory posits that Rolf's obsession stems from a tragic past, perhaps the loss of a loved one he couldn't save, fueling his quest to conquer death. Wharton nodded knowingly when we broached this. There's so much untapped potential. In this new arc, we'll explore Rolf's humanity, his vulnerabilities, his regrets. Versavix isn't just a drug, it's a metaphor for redemption. But in Salem, redemption often comes at a bloody price. The clinic itself is a character in the saga. EJ's vision is grand, a facility equipped with the latest in biotech, funded by Dimera fortunes but shrouded in secrecy. Construction scenes have already aired, showing workers buzzing like bees under EJ's watchful eye. But lurking in the shadows are rivals the Bradys, the Whartons, perhaps even a resurgent Vivian Alamein, all sensing the danger. What if Versavix falls into the wrong hands? Could it cure Abigail's lingering traumas or twist her mind further? The possibilities are endless, each more dramatic than the last. Wharton's preparation for this plot was rigorous. I immersed myself in research, he revealed. I consulted with neuroscientists, read papers on regenerative medicine. Versavix is fictional, but grounded in real science, stem cells, neural scaffolds. CRISPR-like editing. It adds authenticity to Rolf's mania. On set, we have props that look straight out of a sci-fi thriller, glowing vials, holographic displays. The directors amp up the tension with close-ups of my face as Rolf, eyes wide with discovery or dread. The return has sparked a renaissance in Day's viewership. Ratings spiked 15% in the episodes leading up to Rolf's reappearance, with social media ablaze. Fan conventions are planning Rolf-themed panels complete with lab coat cosplays. One viewer shared, "Richard's Rolf is electric, he makes me root for the villain." Another speculated Versavix will bring back Stefano. Again, the drama extends off-screen too. Wharton's co-stars have praised his commitment. Furigal gushed, "Working with Richard is like dancing with fire, intense, unpredictable." Brilliant. As we wrap this epic feature, let's ponder the surprises ahead. Will Rolf's alliance with EJ hold, or will betrayal shatter it? Could Versavix heal old wounds in Salem or unleash new horrors? Wharton's return isn't just a comeback, it's a cataclysm. A dramatic upheaval that reaffirms why Days of Our Lives has captivated audiences for nearly 60 years. Stay tuned to TV Days Drama Digest for more exclusives, and remember, in Salem, no one stays dead forever and no secret stays buried. But wait, there's more to unpack. Let's explore the cultural impact of Dr. Rolf. In the pantheon of soap villains, Rolf stands unique, not a scheming socialite or vengeful ex-lover, but a scientist whose weapons are intellect and invention. He's influenced pop culture, inspiring parodies in shows like The Simpsons and memes across the internet. Wharton's portrayal adds modern relevance, touching on themes of bioethics in an era of AI and gene editing. Rolf forces us to question progress, Wharton mused. Is science a savior or a curse? Delving deeper into the interview, Wharton shared anecdotes from set. One day, during an intense scene with EJ, the prop serum exploded, fake, of course, but it drenched us in glowing goo. We laughed for hours, but it captured Rolf's chaotic essence. He also reflected on fan interactions. At a recent autograph session, a fan dressed as Rolf handed me a vial labeled Immortality Serum. It was touching. These characters live in people's hearts. The Versavix plot draws from real-world advancements. Regenerative medicine is booming, with trials in brain tissue repair offering hope for Alzheimer's and strokes. But Days twisted dramatically. What if the drug revives suppressed memories, exposing long-buried secrets? Imagine Sammy Brady confronting her past, or Paul Nerita regaining lost abilities. The clinic could become a battleground, with heroes infiltrating to sabotage Rolf's work. EJ's motivations add layers. Grieving losses, he sees Versavix as a legacy builder, but his Dimera blood craves control. Conflicts with Nicole, Chad, or Stefan could escalate into full-blown wars. Rolf, ever the wild card, might defect if the science demands it. Wharton's career trajectory enhances the narrative. Known for roles in thrillers and dramas, he brings gravitas to Rolf. I draw from real mad scientists like Tesla, brilliant, isolated, revolutionary. His method acting involves late-night lab simulations, practicing monologues amid beakers. Fin theories abound, Versavix resurrecting Drake Hodgeston's John Black, or linking to crossovers with other soaps. The writers tease multiverse elements with Rolf's tech-bending reality. In conclusion, Richard Wharton's return as Doctor Rolf is a masterstroke, injecting days with fresh drama. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.